Thank you for listening to Comics for Fun and Profit. This is Conjure. There are a sneak peek at next week, episode number 562 for comics originally releasing March the 18th, 2020. But before Drew and I get into what's coming up in your local comic book shops this coming Wednesday, Drew, aside from being sequestered to our homes and avoiding all crowds and large populaces of people, what's going on in the world of comics?
It's a lot of coronavirus stuff, man.
Yeah, sports is canceled, but comics, they're always here.
Yes, thank goodness. No March Madness, no XFL.
I had to break it to our father that NASCAR has been suspended.
Yeah, no motorsports at all. NBA's on hiatus, maybe through the playoffs. Oh my goodness!
A lot of the concerts are pulling out. No concerts for nobody.
Are people even going to the movies or movie theaters? Probably
no,
sitting empty?
I was looking forward to A Quiet Place 2 coming out because I really liked the first one. They're like, no, we're going to punt that one 2 or 3 months. And then I know somebody was like, oh, I love Fast and Furious. They kicked it a year. They're not coming out until next year.
But, yeah, I wonder about movie theaters, though. Like, that's a crowd. They can be up to 100 people in there.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Changes every second. And who knows? There's going to be breaking news right now about something. We don't know. But so we'll just stick with comics. Hey, if your LCS is having problems closing to its doors or something, Eric's here for you. Eric at Cowabunga says he will be here for you if you need mail order comics. He'll get them to you. And just look in the show notes and you'll figure out a way to talk to him because we got his email in there. It's Eric at cowabungacomics.com. Just in case you don't want to leave the house. You know, your LCS is too far away. You got to go through too many crowds, too many people. Just get a hold of Eric. Send him to your house. You don't have to interact with anybody. Stay away from that dang virus. So Eric's here for you. We're here for you. That's how it is.
There you go. We band together.
We do.
Live together, die alone, people.
Hey, we got some preliminary numbers for February over at the good folks at Comicron.
And just remember what our conspiracy theory is. Preliminary numbers always come out on time when Marvel does well, right?
And look at what we have here.
Yeah.
Okay. Kicking off those preliminary numbers, Marvel does have 47% of the unit share. So almost half of every comic sold is a Marvel comic. DC comes in at 30%, Image at 5%, IDW at 3%, Dark Horse 2%, Boom 2.6%. They took a dip. Dynamite 2%, and everybody else inconsequential or below 1. Our top sellers, well, before we get to that, just as a comparison, February's lower than January was by 7% in comic sales, 13% in trade and graphic novel sales. February of this year compared to last year is up 3%, so that's good in comic sales. Graphic novels up 15%. So it's a better February this year than last, which is surprising, but good, right?
Yeah. That
gives our year-to-date, so the first 2 months of this year versus the first 2 months of last year. Comics down 3%, graphic novels up 6.5%. So January was a real stinker. I guess that's what that tells me. The January is really dragging everybody down. Now, as we look at the top-selling books, the first 7 are Marvel, and Marvel owns 8 of 10, 8 of the top 10. The only DC books are Batman 88 and 89 at 8 and 10, respectively.
And again, DC with their shenanigans, Batman 89 could have easily been the number 1 book had they told some people what was going on in it.
Oh, that's true. Yes, I forgot about that. So taking the top spot is Wolverine number 1 with tons of covers and a $7.99 price tag. That takes the top spot. We're followed by X-Men 6, X-Men 7, Gwen Stacy number 1, Giant Size X-Men, Jean Grey and Emma Frost, number 1. Amazing Spider-Man 39. Star Wars Darth Vader, number 1. And X-Men Fantastic Four, number 1, wedged in between the two Batman at number 9. So, we've got a lot of X books.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like 5 X books in the top. No, 6. No, 5. Is that 5 or 6? Let's see. Wolverine, X-Men, Giant X-Men, X-Men at Fantastic Four. Yeah, 5 of the top 10 X books. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess of that since February is usually a down month, that and X-Men I don't think was tracking above 100,000. I'm gonna guess Wolverine's probably the only book that's over 100,000.
Yeah, I'm with you. 100% there.
And probably not by much. Kyle, what do you think the number is?
Yeah, not by anything hardly. It'll barely crack over 1,000 or 100,000.
It could have a ton of covers. It probably has a ton of covers.
It did have a lot of covers, and everybody's looking for that yellow Wolverine one and all that cool stuff. But it's an $8 book that I don't think everybody was too excited. So
okay, you're gonna say it's
120 is my ceiling.
So you're taking 120. I'm gonna take the over on that. We'll go 125 or more. But yeah, it's a weird month. A lot of Marvel, and like I said, 1 out of every 2 comics sold look to be into shops anyway. Look to be a Marvel comic. Let's see, as we go down to the trades, making the trades list, we've got Harleen hardcover taking the top spot. Die Volume 2 from Image at number 2. Batman Tales Once Upon a Crime in the 3rd slot. Star Wars Darth Vader Volume 4 taking the 4th slot. Star Wars Journey to Star Wars The Force Awakens Shattered... Jesus. Star Wars, Journey to Star Wars, The Force Awakens, Shattered Empire, hardcover. That's the book. Number 5. Star Wars, Vader Down. Star Wars Chewbacca. Star Wars Volume 2, Showdown on Smuggler's Moon. And Star Wars Volume 3, Rebel Jail. And rounding it out, the top 10, My Hero Academia Volume 23. So 1 Viz book, 1 Image book, a couple of DC, and 6 Marvel. So
6 Marvel, yeah.
But that's all Star Wars. So
no doubt.
So X-Men dominates the comics charts, and Star Wars dominates the trade charts. Interesting. Shipping this last month, Marvel shipped 92 comics, 47 trades. To, of course, lead again, 139. DC shipped 102 comics. So more comics from DC. Are we still counting the cardstock and things as separate price points and stuff? Maybe.
One more thing. It also says in here, however, the numbers for the graphic novel units sold, that's because Marvel had a major sale on Star Wars collected editions in February, resulting in the unusual situation where no less than 6 titles from the 2015 and 2016 made the top 10 graphic novels.
Oh, okay. Must have been a big sale.
Yeah, so those are all old trades.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they were on sale.
They weren't charging by the word for that one that had all the colon titles.
Yeah. It's $1 per colon, so it's $11 issue.
So, yeah, DC shipped the most comics at 102. So at least 102 different UPCs, anyway. With 27 trades for a total of 130. Image shipped 39 comics, 8 trades. Viz shipped 40 trades. IDW shipped 28 and 10. Dark Horse 20 and 17. Dynamite 29 and 4. Boom 17 and 8. And let's see, the only other one, Yen Comics did 18 trades, manga trades, and Titan did 7 comics and 4 trades, and a couple of magazines. Which does Titan publish heavy metal?
No, Ooh, I don't think so.
No. I don't know what their magazines are then. So we had 475 comics shipped in February, 317 trades shipped, 27 magazines for a total of 819 if you wanted to read them all. And why wouldn't you? So some good stuff there. We'll get the detailed numbers and the full 3 to 500 on the chart next week. Should be released by the time we record, so we'll be able to get some details and see how close we were on our guesses.
Yeah.
I believe we have a new FOC list hot off the presses. Want to run us through that, Kyle?
Sure. Of course, the FOC is our final order cutoff. It's our last opportunity to add a few things to our pull list before they come in, of anything we've heard about, seen art for, or just decided to jump on the train and want. Of course, we get a wonderful curated list from Cowabunga Comics. Eric specifically makes us a nice one and sends it out to us on Friday. And those orders, of course, are due midday Monday for anything you want to add to your order and not have to chase in the secondary market or run to your LCS on Wednesday and just hope it's out on the shelf for you. So, of the things that have been curated and that Eric is featuring in his list are Catwoman 80th Anniversary 100-page Super Spectacular, the 1940s Adam Hughes edition. Eric loves to tout a nice Adam Hughes version. A lot of his customers, he's got a lot of Adam Hughes fans there. Wonder Woman 755, the Ian McDonald variant on that one. Absolute Carnage Omnibus hardcover, a big old $100 Donny Cates hardcover. He's going to give you a bargain at $50 there through Cowabunga. Champions #1 by Al Ewing, the regular Tony Infante cover A on that. Venom #25, there is a Raposa variant, a Dave Raposa variant there. And Bloodshot 2019 #7, the fully loaded variant. Tim Seeley on the writing there. Tyler Kirkham on the cover. And I can't tell if that's a photo cover or what's going on there.
Boy, they love that Tim Seeley.
There you go. Whereas Drew, still bitter. So let's jump into the FOC. Let's see if we can find anything other than things that Eric has pulled to the top. Let's start in Dark Horse.
Speaking of other jerks at cons, we got Dead Dog's Bite. This is Tyler Boss's book. Tyler Boss was the artist on Four Kids Walked Into a Bank, which we loved. And Tyler Boss was super cool to me at C2E2. Matt Rosenberg, kind of a snobby douche. So I like Tyler Boss, and I reluctantly read Rosenberg stuff.
There you go.
So really, I should not go to cons, because here's what happens at cons. I see creators, I like their work, talk to them. They're either super nice and reaffirm my love of their work, or they're evil or mean or dismissive, and then I always have a bad taste in my mouth and I don't want to read their stuff anymore.
So, or they're just adorable like Joel Jones and you don't listen to a word they say or how they act and just say, "Dynamite, please."
Yes, that's true. Or, yeah. I'm totally guilty on that one. But yeah, this is Tyler Boss doing his own thing. This is cool. Probably not the first time. I think we've highlighted some other stuff from his Four Kids Walk Into a Bank, the cartoonist. So I'm excited about this. It's about
Cormac Guffin has gone missing. Nobody can find him.
It's a mystery.
His good friend Joe will need her wits about her, though, because like any story worth hearing, nothing is as it seems.
Yeah. So I'm excited about this. Probably going to pick it up. Definitely going to pick it up. Support the nice guy from C2E2.
And a cool little Ian Bertram cover B.
Yes.
That's all for me in Dark Horse, sir?
Yes.
Let's head on down to DC. We've got a third printing coming out of Batman 89. If you didn't get a hold of the first one, which very few people did, if you didn't get that second print, is it out yet? Or no, yeah, it was last week. We talked about it on last week's, and we decided we didn't care. And now here's the third print.
What do we think about that third print? The cover of that. You like that?
Again, Batman or DC doesn't do anything with printings. They completely swing and a miss on that kind of thing, and because of that, they are irrelevant.
Yeah. So don't chase it down. Don't worry about it. And then
if you want to read it, pick it up. There is no collecting value in it because they do nothing at all.
Yes.
Different.
We're super excited about Catwoman's 80th anniversary. She doesn't look a day over 20. What are cat years? Are cat years the same as dog years?
It's a great question.
I think they're different.
These have some of my favorite artists on them, and I don't like very many of these covers.
Really, they just phoned them in, huh?
I don't think they did. I think it's me. But they're all great. Joelle Jones doing the cover A. I forgot about that.
Yeah, but it's of course she is. Why wouldn't she? She has the book out, so that makes a lot of sense, and that makes it less special, right? Because we've already got 22 of her covers.
Yeah, we also have Frank Cho on one, J. Scott Campbell on one, Art Germ on one, Jim Lee on one, Adam Hughes on one.
I mean, if you don't like the J. Scott Campbell, that's weird because you were a big fan.
I expected more.
It's pretty nice, dude. It's pretty nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think, I don't know. Sometimes these are not great. These sort of where everybody does a little Catwoman or a little story for honoring the person whose anniversary it is. Sometimes they work, but most of the times they're not great.
It's a cool Delato cover there too.
Yeah. The DC Superstars Facsimile Edition. This is the first Huntress, and I don't think I knew that. I don't think I knew DC Superstars 17 was the first Huntress.
Yep.
So, cool way to get that. It was a long time ago. It was 1977. That was the Star Wars year, right?
There you go.
Final Dollhouse Family number 6. The book that I thought ended already. Very nice.
Whoops.
Looking forward to seeing how that really ends. That'd be fun. Nightwing went to a second printing.
Wow, that's been a while.
That's cool.
Yeah, going to a second printing because, that's awesome.
That is cool. That's all I've had in DC.
Hell Arisen 3 also going to a third printing.
Oh, yes.
All right, down to IDW. Crow Leth, number 2. Check out Seeley's artwork on that cover there. Oh, nice.
Nothing until Image for me.
All right, let's head on down to Image.
And we've got the Decorum going to a second printing, the Hickman book. And I can't remember what the cover looks like, so I can't tell you if it's totally different. Probably is.
Yeah, I think they went off call. I don't know. Yeah, I can't remember.
They just changed the call. I don't think that's the same cover, but I wouldn't swear to it. Either way, I didn't even like Decorum that much, so I'm not going to be chasing any.
Yeah, it's the same cover as issue 1, just where issue 1 had bright colors, this has dull colors.
Yeah. Outer Darkness Chew. The first issue went to a second printing, and we have a second issue. I did not realize it was a 3-issue series. That's interesting. Did we always know that?
I believe so.
Okay. I did not pay attention. Postal Deliverance has a trade paperback launch for Volume 2. I don't think it finished. Oh, it's just a break on that. Okay.
Reaver with another awesome cover.
And Mirka Andolfo's Mercy. Very pretty art. Interesting stories. Okay. But it is really nice art.
All right, let's head on down to Marvel.
numbers are getting up on a couple of these. We've got the 43rd issue of Amazing Spider-Man. Avengers up at 33. Nice to see that. Immortal Hulk at 34. And we're launching a new Champions. But sadly, it's e-viewing writing. I don't know. Well, I mean, Ironheart was okay. I don't know what else she did that I read, but I didn't love Ironheart. It was just okay. I mean, it's nice to see them try it again. I mean, what they give the last volume 10 issues, maybe.
That sounds right.
And the one before that, did that get? How many issues did the volume before that get?
Could not.
More or less?
Less.
Less. Yeah. Because it was like somebody really, really great launched it. Was it Mark Waid? Does that sound right? Like the
don't know.
First one, and then I think they did Jim Zub for a while, and it's just been diminishing returns ever since. And maybe, I mean, I like the idea, but that last, you didn't read it, right?
No.
Well, I don't think you're going to, so I'm not going to worry about spoiling this for you. But it was just weird because they got this giant group of. It was like they were so big. There was like 3 simultaneous champions groups, battling on different parts of the globe, and so it was kind of like Avengers. It was like just a really big team, and just certain groups would get together for an issue or two, and it just didn't work. So unwieldy. So I'm hoping they pare it down, focus on the core 3 or 4, 5, and that could make it better, I guess.
Yeah, to give something like 10 issues and then be spread through with multiple groups, you're not really doing anybody any real story.
No, and it was just so unwieldy. There was a couple of good storylines, but there was just so many characters. It didn't make any sense. Did we already talk about this Captain America Marvel's snapshot?
No.
This is Mark Russell doing the writing on this with Kurt Busiek. So the two of them are working together. Mm-hmm. And that's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
So I might check this one out. I wasn't really interested in these little snapshots, but I might have to check this one out. I have that Namor one, Submariner, sitting on, and I haven't read it yet. But I guess I should probably check it out.
Power Pack is back.
No way.
The cover I like the most is, of course, the obnoxiously expensive one, because it's the throwback cover.
Oh, is that the Petrovich or the
Hidden Gems?
Hidden Gems. Oh, is that based on the first issue?
It looks very similar to
Very similar.
They look very much like those.
Is that a Marcus Martin? No, Billy Martin. Not Marcos Martin. Very different art styles.
Yeah, I did the same thing up there where I was like, ooh, Perez cover. Nope, not that Perez.
Not that Perez. So, got a 5-issue Power Pack. Okay. Interesting. You in? I think you're.
I did the one shot and it was cool. My nostalgia was like, yay, and then I'm back.
Now you don't care anymore.
Yeah, I don't care.
All right.
We got some Star Wars stuff. Star Wars number 3 going to a second print there, so that's cool. Kylo Ren number 1 going to a 4th print. I assume number 4 will go to a second one next week.
Jeez.
It ended pretty fun and neat. So it was good for issue read, and I liked it.
Yeah.
Learned a lot about Kylo Ren, about how he got his nickname, how he ascended to the leader of the Knights of Ren, and why his lightsaber looks the way it does.
Oh. Yeah, I didn't read any of it.
That's why I'm here, brother. You do some stuff, and I'll do the others.
You're the yin to my yang.
That's right.
Hey guys, this is Venom made it to issue 25. Let's go crazy and do 20 covers. Woohoo! Is that crazy or what? Why? Why are we doing that?
Because Marvel.
25. It's 25. Whatever.
I mean, that's a quarter of the way to 100.
There's a couple of 1 in 500s.
Yeah.
Jesus.
It's not like it's been that good, from what I hear.
I mean, people were crazy for that thing when it came out, but
When it first came out, but then it's been like, wow.
that's Donny Cates, though, man. I mean, I just think he spread it. It's the age-old thing, right? They do interesting work, creator-owned work.
Mm-hmm.
Marvel
They get snapped up by one of the big two.
Marvel, most likely.
Who puts them on 5 titles.
They put them on too many titles. They shoot their wad on story arc number 1, and then it just diminishing returns after that.
Although Donny Cates is the one that said he had already had 100 issues of Venom and he could not wait to write them.
Yeah. Oh, maybe. I mean, listen, I'm not the most loyal guy to some of these books. I got too many books and not enough time, so I jump around a lot. So maybe it's still great. I don't know.
Yeah.
But you're hearing no, right?
I'm hearing meh.
You're hearing meh. That should be Marvel's new slogan. I'm hearing meh. Let's see. We've got. Are you done with Marvel?
I am.
Ghosted in L.A. reaches its 10th issue, and now it's 10 of 12. I don't think we always knew that. So it's no longer an ongoing. Be interesting how they wrap that up. They've got a lot of storylines out there that haven't really moved very far, so that'll be interesting. See how that goes. What's this? Remind me on this King of Nowhere. Is that?
That either came out last week or it's coming out this week. I can't even remember.
That's my boy from Ice Cream Man, right?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we talked about that last week. Yep.
I haven't got a chance to read that one yet. I'm excited for that. I hope it's good. Lot of Deja Thoris covers. Holy moly.
Vampirellas and Sonias and blah, 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 blah.
It's interesting they have a 7-copy incentive variant. Like, and there's a 10 there's an 11-copy incentive variant. A 21-copy incentive variant. Some very strange numbers they're throwing out there.
Yeah.
Wonder what the story is behind that.
It's crazy.
Right?
They're just keeping it fun, I guess. I don't know. Got to be some math that works out in their heads.
I mean, I guess there's no reason. Why do we have to break on 5s and 10s?
Yeah.
To get you the incentive. Maybe 7 is the new 5.
I, for one, love even numbers.
Makes a little more sense to me, too. But, I don't know. And I'm down to Man Who Effed Up Time number 3 in Aftershock.
Mm-hmm.
Nice to see that. I have issue 2 sitting there. I haven't read it quite yet. It just came out Wednesday, I think. And that's about it.
Yeah, from Titan, I'm not sure what Minions Sports is. Oh, it's the Minions.
It's the Minions, yeah.
Yeah. And more Bloodshot.
Yes. So if that's all, did you have anything else?
That's it.
That's all you had? Then let's slide on over to our good friends at Cover Price.
There's an odd thing. Did you see the last thing on the list? There is a Retailer Summit exclusive 2020 Venom number 25.
Well, that's going to be kind of rare, right?
I would think so.
Because they canceled that, didn't they?
Oh, yeah. I think so. I'm trying to think.
I mean, didn't they just cancel the Diamond Retailer Summit? Are we assuming that's what it's from?
That's what I'm assuming it's from. And that's what I was thinking of some of these cons that are getting late canceled. There's exclusive books that maybe I was wondering how they're going to get rid of those, or if those are going to be like on the image sites and stuff like this.
So do you think there'll be a ton of them, or it'll be more scarce?
I would say it would be scarce.
Or do they just or did Diamond just say, well, we couldn't have the con, so we just stuck 100 in everybody's box? Or 10 or 15. Yeah. Okay, that's interesting. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is there. We'll have to ask Eric. Eric, what's the deal with the Retailer Summit book?
The canceled the 2020 Retailer Summit scheduled to take place April 14th through the 16th, originally planned to be held in conjunction with MegaCon in Orlando. So yeah, it is canceled, and that book is maybe available. So that might be worth taking a flyer at. Especially with there being so many different versions of that. A lot of non-FOC people might miss that that's even an option. I mean,
but every retailer is going to have those.
Not every...
Right?
I don't know. If they're being made available on FOC, they're obviously not giving them all away.
Yeah, you're right.
Put me down for one.
Do we see a cover on it?
Yeah, it's sketch.
Sketch by who?
Yeah, those are great questions that I didn't answer.
Did you?
Ryan Stegman.
So you want one?
Yeah, put me down for one.
All right. Consider it put down.
There you go.
It's yours. All right. Now, our good friends over at CoverPrice.com, CoverPrice, have compiled a top 10 list of the hottest selling books on eBay. And those books are as follows. Batman 89 taking the top spot. Punchline Mania is in full effect. 103 copies sold, $40 a piece, raw. Year of the Villain, Hell Arisen, number 3. 132 copies sold, $40 a piece, raw. Batman 90. This is the first full appearance of the designer, moving 126 copies, raw, $15 a piece. Batman Damned comes back for some reason. This sold 30.
I was just talking about maybe picking it up for fairly cheap now that it's not hot anymore. Maybe tried to bundle it and flip it. So we shall see.
Yeah, it sold 30 copies for $45 a piece, so that's not that cheap to me.
Well, when we talk about it being 80 to 100 at one point.
True. Batman 89. The Matina variant, only 69 of these sold for $35, so variant sold is cheaper than the other. That's interesting. X-Men 4, the first appearance of Omega Red, coming to Disney Plus from the rumors, supposedly. 52 copies selling at $17 a piece. Wolverine number 1, the C2E2 John Tyler Christopher fluorescent variant, one of the last cons to ever have happened in 2020.
Yeah, no kidding.
Maybe that's what they say as well. The hottest con variant of the season at this rate, the way things are going, maybe the only one. This one had 35 units at $90 a piece. So sweet.
Nice.
Fluorescent. We'll see we'll see some other people doing fluorescent colors, I'm guessing.
Yeah, so whereas last year was chromium, this year's buzzword is fluorescent, and next year will be sriracha, and the year after that bacon, and salted caramel after that.
If there's a bacon cover, oh my.
You heard it here first.
Number 8 is Coyotes number 1. It's a werewolf book. I haven't heard of this. We had this on our new number 1 list back in 2017, also with Port of Earth number 1. Both have been optioned since then. Coyotes sold 30 copies with an average price of $8 raw. And Midtown has signed copies of those for sale. So if you want to take advantage of that. Amazing Spider-Man 361, First Carnage. Carnage in the spotlight as pictures for the movie is leaked out, and Woody Harrelson doesn't have the Ronald McDonald wig. This first appearance of Carnage moved 19 units for the average raw price of $80. Still can't believe how much that's going for. Batman 90 cardstock variant. 54 copies sold for $15 a piece.
Yeah, it's not only 89 and Hell Arisen, but 90 and 90. Dang.
Yeah. So, Punchline's still hot, keeping people excited. So, that's cool, right?
Yeah, anything that's exciting people, absolutely.
Yeah, we like it. Let's do that sneak peek, man.
All right, let's head on over to previewsworld.com. Let's find March 18th, 2020. Hit the table blue, and let's start where we love to start. Let's start in image.
Yeah,
A lot of books.
Yeah, we got Decorum #1, Manifest Destiny. I'm in the wrong week.
Nope.
Sorry.
Nope.
Let me forward to the March 18th. Like you told me to, and to hit the table view. All right, there I am.
Yeah, we have Ascender, Bitterroot, Die.
Yay! Die's back. I'm excited. And Undiscovered Country #5. I'm excited about that as well. Mm-hmm. So, it's a couple of really solid books here coming out this week.
Yeah, nice Noto cover B on that as well. Down to Dark Horse, we have Bang #2.
Did I ask you if Die was in previews, or was it all FOC exclusive still?
We talked about that and I forgot to look.
Okay.
Got a lot of cyberpunk stuff coming out now because cyberpunk was supposed to be released in this vicinity but has been punted to the fall.
Oh.
So I'm curious, we're still getting some of the tchotchke stuff for the game that we won't see for another 6 months.
Got something called Starship Down. Can I go to Dark Horse?
That's where I was. I apologize.
Oh, okay. Justin Gampoli with the art by Andrea Moody. Cultural anthropology consults with U.S. Naval Intelligence to investigate the discovery of an extraterrestrial ship buried under the ice for thousands of years in Siberia. Sounds kind of interesting. It's a thriller. And Andrea Moody art is always nice. So I'm interested in that one.
We also have X-Ray Robot #1 from our boy Mike Allred doing both the writing and the art on that run. He's got a new bizarre superhero character, X-Ray Robot.
And there's a Chris Samney cover that's very sweet and retro. I like it a lot.
Yeah, that is pretty dope.
But if you're buying an Allred book, you're buying it for the Allred art, which is also very nice on that cover.
There you go.
Is he doing the writing too, or?
Yeah. Allred's doing the writing.
I don't remember. Is he any good at that? Have we read anything that he's written?
Can't think of it.
Yeah, me neither.
But, nothing really in IDW.
Nope, just an Usagi.
Yep. Down to DC, where we of course have Batman '91, continuing all the Batman goodness.
So there's more designer in this one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is there more Punchline in this too?
Oh, I'm not sure if she's switched over to other books yet or not.
Didn't we get a nice handy dandy list from Eric on Punchline appearances?
Yeah.
I thought you wrote it down. I thought you were gonna be the arbiter of that list.
I was, but now it's a question of I got to go back and look. So, Batman will be in. No, it's Joker War.
It was before that.
I know. I'm going back. We talk a lot.
You're supposed to pull that out, have it ready for when we have people here waiting for this information.
I'm saying that's a no on 91.
It's a no on 91. No Punchline in 91. There you go, folks. But clarify, there is cardstock still happening. They are a different price point, and that's why DC's numbers are so high. So cardstocks are still happening.
Yep.
The Brave and the Bold facsimile for 28.
So Batman 89, Hell Arisen 3, Batman 92,
which is the cover.
Yeah, Batman 94, Joker 80th Anniversary, Batman Secret Files 3, Nightwing 72, 73, 74.
Okay. Good. Bookmark that. It'll come up again in future episodes.
How does one bookmark a conversation that they
Copy it?
Scroll back through.
Copy it, dang it. If I come over there, smack you. The Brave and the Bold 28 facsimile is from 1960. It introduced the Justice League of America and team up for the first time to battle the threat of Starro the Conqueror.
Nothing more frightening than a giant starfish.
That's kind of cool, right?
Sure.
Kind of cool.
Okay, so here's Nightwing 70 that we know is going to a second print.
Yes.
So when you go in, pick up 70 because it's the Journey to Joker War. But we already know that retailers are asking for a ton more, so it's going to a second print. So go in, don't expect anything, but maybe pick it up.
So, but okay, Joker War is going to be a big thing too, then, huh?
Yes. Would you like me to read the issues that are involved in Joker War?
Sure.
That was a different one. I got to scroll to it. So if you could vamp for just a moment.
Kyle sucks.
I
Come on, folks.
I knew you couldn't do it. I knew you could do nothing. I knew you were
That's
completely
vamping.
worthless.
I'm vamping.
I mean, it's okay. Batman 95 through 100, Batgirl 47, 48, 49, 50, Catwoman 25, 26, Detective 10, 22 through 10 27, Harley Quinn 75, Nightwing 70 through 75, and Red Hood 48.
Okay, so you got to explain my bias that I have. Okay,
Which one?
I have so many.
Yes.
So this Empire thing that Marvel's doing, that's crossing over to like 3/4 of their books, and I roll my eyes and I sit it out.
Yes.
This, I probably chase these down.
Yeah,
I
it
probably
seems interesting.
I probably read all this.
We've been burned by so many stupid Marvel things.
So I'm not biased. So I don't
Correct.
have a Marvel racism.
Well,
Marvelism.
that's a whole other conversation. But
I've been burned, so therefore I'm twice shy.
there's only been a couple times where there's been a quote-unquote event in DC that's been completely stupid. And for the most part, it's only been like 4 or 5 issues, so I haven't felt that burned. But, you know, Marvel does these things where they're like, hey, oh, this is a great thing. But you do need to buy 76 books, and they really don't mean anything.
Yeah, it's just 76 books that are part of this. 4 of which are part of the plot.
Correct.
Oh, man.
So weird. So crazy. I just love the cover A on the Robin 80th anniversary.
Where are you at? Oh, okay, cool. Cover A, Robin 80th. Oh, it's just classic, right? Lee Weeks.
Yes.
You can't beat Lee Weeks. He's the best. The best.
Yeah. And Derek Chu's got the Carrie Kelly cover. That's pretty dope. In that Derek Chu style.
Oh, that's very nice, too. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, those are all good. I'm looking forward to that one. And
then there's Frank Miller.
You don't like Frank Miller?
Not his covers. Never have.
Yeah, that's classic. Dark Knight Returns, man.
Yeah, I trust me, I know.
Trust you, I know. We got Deceased Unkillables, the second of 3. Of course, more Deceased, so fun stuff.
Yep.
They've cranked it. Looks like they've added a couple dollars to Deceased. Was it always that high?
Sure.
I don't know if it was originally. I got the 4th issue of Lolo Woods. That's exciting. That's a good one, too. Plunge. The first issue of Plunge was so good. Another great Hill House book. Oh, DC. Oh, look
Year
at
of the Villain, Hell Arisen, number 4 of 4. The B cover by Riccardo Federici is pretty cool looking as well.
And we've determined no punchline in that.
Correct.
We got just a Titans Giant number 1.
I'm assuming a Walmart reprint.
Yes. With no cover. And we've got the 9th issue of Superman pal Jimmy Olsen. Continues to be lots of fun. I say it again. DC's killing it this week. Very good stuff. Now we go down to Marvel. Unless you had some more.
Oh, the end.
The end. 2020 Iron Age. That's another one of those things I skipped out on. 2020 Machine Man. And is that the last Amazing Mary Jane? It doesn't say 6 of 6, does it? Golly, it's got to be the end.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Really? Part one
of a new adventure.
I would have never guessed. I mean, I just barely got to 6 issues. There was not that much plot there.
Yeah.
But it must have sold. So it must have sold, and they said, hey, what else can we do with her? It wasn't bad. I didn't hate it.
Not rushing there on Wednesday to get it?
I'll read it. I'm not gonna run and chase her down. Gwen Stacy first issue went to the second printing. That's nice to see.
Outlaw #1 exploding from the pages of Incoming. That's your It's your champions.
What Outlawed is?
Yeah.
Yeah, looks like him, doesn't it? Yep. Then we got that Art Germ Spider-Woman.
Yes, please.
That's great.
And that J. Scott Campbell Spider-Woman.
Yes, also very nice. Yeah.
There we have. Okay.
Was it you that said you didn't like Spider-Woman?
I just said she's irrelevant.
That's kind of like saying you don't like her.
Okay, we'll go with that then. I mean, like at one point it was just like, but she's pregnant.
That was great. That was a great story arc.
It was okay because we spun every other person in with her, but like that was about it.
You're getting Silk back in a little bit.
I'm so excited.
So why is she more relevant than Spider-Woman?
Cool powers, magnetism went away for a while, not saturated. Just good, awesome things.
Okay. All right. You have reasons. Gotcha.
I do. I can't wait for the Star Wars 4 here. Ooh, they kind of give away what they're doing in this. Okay, that's cool.
On the cover, or?
Yeah.
What, we're looking at the Carbonite? Is that what you're looking at?
Yeah.
Who is that?
That is... Do you want me to give this away?
It's on the cover. How is a cover a spoiler?
Well, you don't know who it is.
Oh, well, if it's not Leia, then, I don't.
Should me tell you?
I don't care.
Okay, anyways, he goes into a place and he's looking for information on Luke, because this is between Empire and Jedi, if I remember correctly. Or between... Anyways. And he sees Padme. Or what he thinks is Padme.
Mm-hmm.
And it turns out it's one of the doubles. You know how so they get in this weird thing where they're both kind of looking and they're both trying to figure out what actually happened to Padme, because he's not actually technically.
How do you know this?
I'm reading the book.
Oh, so you've already seen that.
I've already read 3. Yeah, 1 through 3.
Oh, okay.
And I was kind of like, all right, is he going to kill this? And now I see, he's going to carbonite her because it's on the freaking cover.
Okay. So I'm looking at the B cover, and it says 6 of 36, but it's issue 4. What does that mean?
No, you are looking at the Empire Strikes Back variants, which there are 36 specific Empire variants spanning the different Star Wars series.
Oh.
Which this is like the 3rd or 15th time they've done that.
Gotcha.
And like I said, Star Wars is Kylo Ren. 2's going to a 3rd print. 3 is going to a 2nd print. 4 will go to a 2nd print because it was really good as well.
Valkyrie Jane Foster. I was trying to still like this. It's okay. Yeah, I'm rooting to like this. I want to like it. Just not doing it.
Down to Dynamite and moving on.
Sometimes it's not even worth trying. Alienated was really a cool little first issue. It's on its third printing. Now we finally get our second issue with that FOC exclusive Quinones variant, which is nice.
That's good art. Good looking cover.
Yeah, that's be exciting. Heartbeat finishes up. That was pretty cool little book.
Power Rangers TMNT. Can't remember how many of those there were supposed to be. Shredder introduced. Dan Mora on art. Love it.
And we've got Something That's Killing Children in issue 6, and a new book called Wicked Things from John Allison, the guy that did not the Giant Days, although he did that, but Steeple. I like his Steeple a lot. And it has an FOC exclusive variant as well, so some fun stuff there.
Down to our smaller publishers.
I think we're excited about Artemis and Assassin from Aftershock, and it's Stephanie Phillips, Phil Hester doing a cover. It's Time Traveling Assassin and Spy Story, looks like. Kind of cool. Stephanie Phillips doing the writing, who did Butcher of Paris and Descendant. Looks pretty neat.
There you go.
Bad Reception has its fourth issue from September. Finally coming out, which is nice to see. I wonder what happened to that.
Yeah. Let's see. We got things like Dragon Whisper from Red 5 Comics, written by Alex Del Luca. Blah blah blah. Dragon. And Hexagon from Impact Theory LLC.
Oh wow!
Michael Murakai book. Looks a little all ages. Jorge Corona on art on that one. But the Hotel Hell, or Hotel with 2 L's, by John Lees from Artists, Writers, and Artisans Incorporated is the one that piques my interest. Karen Andrews on the cover on that. You won't find it on eMat, but if you happen to be driving down Route 666 late at night and you're truly desperate for shelter, sanctuary, or secrecy, you might see a battered sign on the side of the road. The Perrier Court Hotel. There are many that check in, but few check out.
Nice. There's a really cool pulpy cover for Planet Comics #1 from Antarctic Press. Looks ripped straight out of the 70s or so. It's just a bunch of sci-fi stories, it looks like. So kind of cool.
For $4, can't beat it.
Yeah, it seems
Red Border #1. I believe this was a Comics for Fun and Profit bundle item from Artists, Writers, and Artisans, The Upshot. A young Mexican couple narrowly escapes the Juarez cartel by fleeing across the border into Texas, only to be run down in the desert by the cartel's most brutal thugs. Rescued by a mysterious local who takes them to the safety of his family's ranch, the couple soon realizes their hosts have more than just skeletons in their closets. Or was it Resistance #1? This is the J. Michael Straczynski one.
I think we like that one too.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of good ones. Dang.
Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff in here. But there can be only one.
That's right. Stabbity Bunny 10.
Yeah, it is nice to see that one. It looks like it had another delay after it was finally getting back on track, and now it's got a delay again.
Do what you gotta do, but try to do it better.
Kyle, I'm going to let you pick first this time, so I don't take your pick. If I go first, I might take your pick. So,
I'm going to go with that Hotel Hell.
Okay.
Hotel number 1. There's a lot of good stuff here, but I just think from that Artists, Writers, and Artisans, that John Lee's book, it just seems like a very interesting story for $3.99. So, and plus I've been trying to tout them a little bit more. I've been liking the stuff that I've been liking kind of their theme and the direction they've been doing things.
Well, I'm going to channel 2015 Kyle, and I'm going to select Nightwing number 70 when he loved Nightwing.
Yep.
All things Nightwing. If he would have sniffed heat on a Nightwing, he would have plucked that right out of there. So I'm going to do that for you. You're too sour on your old stomping ground there.
Yeah.
So hopefully this year
We going cover A?
Going cover A, because it
go.
also in honor of Kyle. Always cover A.
Very nice, very nice. Yeah, some heat on a Nightwing that we know is going to move. It can't beat that at all.
Yeah, and you're going with Hotel Hell,
or Hotel,
or just Hotel. What is it?
Hotel.
That's all it is. Hotel. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys for listening to Comics for Fun and Profit. Thank you for going along with Drew and myself as we venture through the comics releasing 3/18/2020. If you found some more gold in this week like we did, please feel free to write in, tweet, Instagram, all the things you do. Be part of the podcast. Tell us what you think of this week. If you're too afraid to go to your LCS, tell us that kind of thing as well. Again, our friends at Cowabunga are always open if things are going away and you need their help with some mail order stuff. They can hook you up, because while we're closing down movies and concerts and conventions and sporting events, this is a great time to just dive into comics. And however you want to do that, we need to find a way to make that happen as safely and nicely as possible. So we thank you so much. And for Drew and for myself, see you.